A strong burning smell was reported on a train that eventually caught fire, but it continued to operate anyway. Meanwhile, hundreds of people were victims of a bank fraud scheme. You could soon get a text that tells you why you're stuck in traffic. Finally, Philadelphia is spoiling America rotten on its 250th birthday. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. A little before 6 p.m. on February 6th, the rail car of a Wilmington-Newark line SEPTA train making its way through Delaware County was reported to be on fire, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. Passengers were safely evacuated and no one was hurt. And now, according to a preliminary report issued by the National Transportation Safety Board on Wednesday, a, quote, strong burning smell, unquote, as well as other issues were reported prior to the fire. An engineer at one point even contacted the Regional Rail Operations Control Center and informed a dispatcher how the train was being sluggish, prompting a mechanical maintenance team to check it out. The team, after the inspection, told the superintendent of train operation to report that 3 of the rail cars were quote-unquote bad, and that's why the train was slow. Yet the train was allowed to continue to operate. The fire ended up costing SEPTA about $10 million in equipment damages. The NTSB's investigation into the matter is ongoing. Investigators from the state attorney general's office announced they've disrupted a criminal scheme conducted by 18 central Pennsylvania residents who stole or helped to redistribute more than $3 million from over 800 bank customers, reports PennLive. The fraudsters tricked the victims, who were mostly from Members First Federal Credit Union, into releasing their bank account information and passwords through bogus phone calls or text messages that claimed to be from their bank's fraud department. In some cases, the suspects even spoofed phone numbers to make it look like they were coming from a Members First facility when they really weren't. Cops have stated that the amount of the loss and the number of victims is expected to grow as records from more financial institutions are secured. Each of the 18 defendants have been charged with 7 felonies each, including corrupt organization, conspiracy, theft, and access fraud. Ever been stuck sitting in traffic on the Pennsylvania Turnpike wondering what's the holdup, asks NBC 10. Soon, you can ask, and you will be answered. The Turnpike will launch a service later this month where drivers can text the word backlog to them, and then they inform drivers why traffic has stopped. The finer details of this are still unclear, like when the exact date this will launch will be and what number to text, but at least part of that should be revealed at some point next week. Philadelphia is spoiling America rotten on its 250th birthday, says NBC 10. The city has set aside $60 million to celebrate the country's big 250 next year, and the celebration's already looking wild. There's going to be the MLB All-Star Game, the FIFA World Cup, the PGA Championship. There's even going to be the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps' 250th anniversary and a bunch of other events set up for the milestone year. This money would go towards things like making sure Philadelphia is ready for the influx of tourists that's expected, and for public safety initiatives, as well as support to groups hosting big events and to drive marketing for what's going on. And hopefully, a nice cake. Happy Friday, you guys. Also a reminder, in case you didn't already know, daylight saving time is this Sunday, so remember to change your clocks. To stay in the know over the weekend, you know you can head on over to PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to rate this podcast wherever you may listen to it, and to leave it an honest review, too. Thanks in advance, and as always, thanks for sticking with us. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and Monday starts off another week of Today in PA.